EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here, and off we go from Lambeau. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
From the 24, Smith will set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Washington.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
With the handoff to Aaron.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The first carry now. This is Williams. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30.
You do this too.
Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, 44 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. It's caught. And it's 8-0. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Smith slings this deep from McLaurin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Lead to Robert Tanyan. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jamal Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, Smith. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
To kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
24-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Packers! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 76 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Set up for the
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
24, Washington 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Smith. Flushed out right. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. On first down, it's Smith. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Now a first down throw, it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Smith on first down. Flush to his right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down now, it's Gibson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On third down, Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Makes the score Packers 24, Washington 14.
Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard.
Rodgers.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and 1.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now it's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for two. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
On the return, Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. It's Smith. And it is incomplete. For a real head